This is Rachel Tessman from StampYourArtOut.com, and today I'll be showing you some alternate project ideas that I came up with using the contents of the July 2015 My Paper Pumpkin kit from Stampin' Up! Titled Thanks a Latte. In this kit you get enough supplies to make 8 of these adorable teacup cards. You can put them together as the directions show, or you can use some of my ideas that I'll be showing you in today's video and create something completely outside the paper pumpkin box. These kits are perfect for those who are non-crafty, all the way to those who are super creative. From kiddos to grandparents, male or female, busy or with all the time in the world, anyone and everyone can enjoy what these kits have to offer. Plus, they include everything that you need. The stamps, the inks, the pre-cut and scored papers, the embellishments, the special adhesives, and of course, your full directions with a link to a how-to video from Stampin' Up! To help you assemble the projects as shown. And because everything comes in this small little red box, you can literally take it with you and create anywhere. Paper pumpkin kits are affordable, they're filled with lots of product, and they're a fun surprise package of creativity that comes right to my mailbox each and every month. Here are a few of my favorite past kits. I hope that you make a point of subscribing to me because each month I bring you all sorts of fun projects in my YouTube videos and in photos on my blog. Here are just some of the last month's kit ideas that I came up with. This one is so cute. It's with the envelope. And of course the hamburger card made from flowers and embellishments. Plus, if you're one of my personal Paper Pumpkin subscribers, I share even more exclusive ideas with you privately. Not a subscriber yet? You'll want to be after checking out what can be created with these very affordable kits. I'm excited to share, so let's get started. Keep in mind, most of the extra tools that I use in this video can be purchased from me in my online store. Let's start out by making a Project Life page. Now, Project Life pages are quicker and easier to put together than simple traditional scrapbook pages. They involve putting photos and embellishments into pockets, and it's a very quick way of memory keeping. So I've got a page protector, layout number 9 from our package 2. We now have a new package of Project Life, a variety pack of Project Life page protectors in our catalog. We'll also need some 12 by 12 black cardstock and our paper trimmer, a paper snips. I'm also going to use my larger stamp pads in place of the small spots that come in the kit, just so that it's quicker and easier in the video. And then you'll need, maybe you'll need an extra stamp set, or maybe if you have some other way of making titles, a Cricut or something like that. So I'm going to be using our Bravo stamp set. You could also use an alphabet stamp set in order to make an extra title for your page. But let's get started on that. The first thing that we're going to do is cut our 12 by 12 black cardstock down, cut it in half, and then we're going to cut it into these pieces. So we've got our 6 by 12 piece, we've got 2 4 by 6 pieces out of it, and then the last 4 by 6 piece you're going to cut in half, and then in half again, so that you have all these little pieces ready to either mount photos on or mount little embellishments and designs on. Okay. Then we'll take that same paper trimmer, and we're going to grab 2 of these pieces from our kit. You'll cut one down to 3 inches by 4 inches, and that'll fit in one of the pockets. And then the other one you're just going to cut to 4 inches because this will be used as an embellishment on one of our 4 by 6 pieces here. Next, after cutting those pieces down, this one is now 3 by 4, and this one is 4 inches tall by, I think it's now 3.5 inches wide, because that's how it came. We just trimmed off the bottom portion. Now we're going to match things up. So I took the 2 of the bows that come in the kit, and they do come already attached to these cute little paper clips. So I separated one of them off. I'm keeping the other one on, and I'm going to start matching up things. So this is going to go here with this paper clip. This one is going to go on this piece, and it's also going to use another one of these long strips of gray. Then we've got a couple other pieces here. We've got this one, and that one's going to be matched up with one of the notebook pieces that come in the kit. We've also got this extra black here, which is going to involve a cup and our extra ribbon here. this ribbon is going on that piece. And then we'll also be using some little banner strips that come in the kit. These are fun. This one has got like stripes of gray and white. This one has got little pumpkin pie orange color strips that have little V's in them. So fun designs. And I've already cut out a couple V shapes on the ends of one of each of these. And we're going to do that for a couple of them, and I'll show you how to do that. So let's start with this piece here. Let's go ahead and turn that over. Grab your adhesive. Now you have adhesive that comes in the kit. You can certainly use that. This right here. Or you can grab snail adhesive, which is one of my favorites, and I have one that says Paper Pumpkin on it, of course, because I'm so into this that I grab up every free thing that I can get at all the Stampin' Up! Events. So snail adhesive is just a great tape runner adhesive that's easy to use. So again, if you don't have any of your own, feel free to use the adhesive that comes in the kit. We'll just put a little on the back of each. I'll have a piece of cardstock from some other creation, but that's okay. It's flat. We're going to stick that down. And then we'll add this one here. Because it's a 1/2 inch wide, it fits. That adhesive fits on here really nice. And we'll just add that right there. And then we're going to grab one of the orange pieces. And I've already cut into that one, but let me show you how I did that. To take and make a little V mark, that little red guy, that little red piece of paper is getting everywhere. You're going to snip in towards the middle. So you'll start at the corner, you'll aim, and you'll go right towards the middle. So I'm not going anywhere just haphazardly. I am aiming right to the middle. This middle is what I'm talking about, with my angled cut. And I went right from the corner. And then I take that opposite corner and I connect right to that middle spot where I left off. And that's how you can get a cute little V cut. And you can make it wider or you can make it taller. You know, you can vary that depending on which middle area you go to. And we'll stick that down. And then we'll add our extra black cardstock that can frame a photo. So we could add a photo to this a little bit later when we're done with our pages. Okay, let's go with the next piece. This one's really easy to do. We'll just add adhesive on here. Another area for a small photo. And before we tack that corner down all the way, we can put our little clip on here. And that's a fun little embellishment to show off a photo. On this piece, we're going to stamp that first. And we always want to stamp first before we stick down, just in case we make a mistake. You can always flip it over and use the opposite side. We're using the Bravo stamp from the Bravo stamp set. Again, this is extra, but you could use whatever you have on hand to make a little title for your page. So this could be some kind of celebratory page. Okay. Probably shouldn't have closed that up. I'm going to need that again. All right, next we'll add that to our black cardstock right here. And again, before you tack it down, let's clip on our fun little accent piece here. And we've got some extra gray strips that we're going to do the same thing that we did to our orange strip with. One of them is already done for us by me. And this one is actually a little bit easier to do your V-cut into because you've got these stripes that will help you keep the scissors straight. So you'll just aim right towards that middle, like that. And we'll add that there. Okay, 3 pieces, all done already. And the last piece takes a little bit longer to do because we're going to stamp a lot more on it. Let's add some cups, a little teacup, and some accents to the teacup. So I love the teacup that comes in here. You'll just place that right over the top of your die cut piece of paper that comes in the kit. Oh, that's so easy. And then we're going to add these little guys. They actually kind of crack me up. I think I got off a little bit. Oh, I did. Oh, that's so bad. Ignore it. Ignore it. And then you're going to aim this piece right over the top of that and line it up. I am going to do that again. It's a little bit better. And I decided to omit the brown outline for the flowers there because we don't have that on the words, so I thought this would match the page a little bit better. And I stamped a cup of cheer in the middle. So it's kind of like a little cheers page. Okay, then we're going to tape this down. And to add that ribbon to our piece here, we want to use some adhesive, and we could use glue dots that we have on hand already, or we can take and make our own little glue dots. So you just grab and snip off a little bit of the adhesive here, pull back the page protector, lift up the adhesive, see how that works? And you've got instant little glue dots just by trimming that piece up. Okay, and then we'll put some dimensionals on the back of this. Oh yeah, and before we put him down, because we don't want to stick him down quite yet, we'll put 2 on there. It helps balance it a little bit better. We're going to grab one more of these strips here. Reaches right across that and makes it stand out just a little bit more. Okay, let's slip all these pieces into our page protector. Well, actually, you know what? Let's show them all to you first, because the reflection is gonna like, oh no, you can't see it very well. So let's show them all to you first. So here are all our page pieces for our Project Life page layout. And let's stick them in where they'll go. Now, of course, you can spread these out so that they're not just on one page. You can spread them out so that they cover lots of pages. This one fits in sideways here. Thought that was kind of fun. And then the one on the bottom. And this one here. And then what you do is you put photos here and here. And then you can stick a couple little photos there. Or again, you can spread them out so it's not just on one page. That way you can enjoy these over a few pages. All right. The cards are super cute when you put them together, as shown in the directions. You can also put your own little twist on them, turn things different directions, use a different layout. But if you want to make the most of your kit, you can actually double the amount of cards just with what's provided by making mini cards. Now, they're probably not mailable via the U.S. Postal Service, but you can make mini versions. So here is the mini version of this card, and here is the mini version of this card. So I took my envelope and I cut it in half this way. I cut it directly in half. So if it helps for you to fold it and then just cut on the score line, you could do something like that. Or you can take and figure out the distance between the two. And I think the distance is actually at 3 3/4 inches. Let's see here. Yes. So if you put your paper in here so that this is at 3 3/4 inches here, then you're cutting it directly in half. And then once you do that, once you cut it in half, then you're going to want to take this half and you're going to score it. And I just brought it up in my trimmer to the 3/8 inch mark, because 3/8 inch is a nice width to get your adhesive into. So, and then you just make a little score line, a light score line. After that, you take your snips and you're going to start off of this little score line here. You're going to start inward a little bit because you kind of want to have a little bit of an angle cut, and you cut down to where the score lines meet. Same thing on this edge here. You're going to cut at an angle. Okay? It's also easier to put the envelope together if it's not flush on those score lines. You don't want things bunching up. And then you can take and put your adhesive right on there, and you've got your mini envelope. Okay? After you've done that, and you've divided your envelope into 2, you can take and do the same thing with your card. So your card cut in half in this direction would actually be 2 3/4, but it would not fit in the envelope if you did it that way. So you have to bring it in slightly. You're actually going to lose about 3/8 of an inch. So you can bring it into either the 2 1/4 inch or 2 3/8 inch and trim it there. And that's how you can get 16 cards from a kit rather than just 8. But again, they won't go through the mail, I'm sure, because they're super small. But they'd be great to put onto gifts or whatever. Let me show you those again. The larger versions and then the smaller versions. And I did completely split everything into enough pieces, so I took and divided out the paper clip from the bow and only used one little sticker strip on this card and the other one on that one. I used the little piece that looks like a notebook paper on this card, but on this one I used most of the gray and then the extra gray there. So basically I'm not going to run out of any pieces to do my 16 cards. Speaking of mini cards, another fun idea is just to take the base part of your card from your kit and cut it to fit our mini envelopes that we have in our catalog. These are 3x3 envelopes, and with this card you could get 2 little mini cards that are 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, and so you get 2 cards from each. I'm also going to be using our white perfect accents. These are new in our catalog this year. The white gel pen, and then just a Sharpie black marker with a fine tip. So let me show you how to make this cute card. This is one of my little monster cards. I like making fun little monsters, I guess, pretty often. All right, so you're going to cut this to 2 3/4, and then you're going to score at 2 3/4. So you have a 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 square card. This extra amount here, I would trim that off and use that for this card because you're going to need like a little practice area and an area that you'll see. Okay, so I've got that. Oh, I need the paper cutter again. And then we're going to trim this background piece to 2 1/2 by 2 1/2. And we'll just slip that on there. And of course, you'll be able to figure out what to do with these extra pieces here. So let's go ahead and add that to the front of our card. And I already have a card ready to show you the inside of, so I'm just going to mount this on this one instead. And let's move on to stamping one of our teapots. So I pre-stamped the teapot with some, well, green fuzz in it. When I first saw this stamp set, I have to admit, I didn't know what these things were, and then I thought of something in my head right away, which I'm going to create the card with today. And then I realized that they're foliage. They're, little, I don't know, like plants growing out of the cup. So after you've done that, then you're going to take these white accent pieces and your Sharpie marker, and you're going to pick one that fits, so you get, it fits inside here, and you're just going to color little eyeballs. So I've got an eyeball here, and then this guy is going to be not like wide awake or surprised looking, so we have to put an eyelid on him. There we go. And you'll just create a couple of those and then add them to your pot. So now here, let's show you up close. Isn't he cute? So he's a little monster coming out of the cup. And let's stick him on there. Now you would stamp the front of the cup before you stick him on, but we're going to use another item from the Stampin' Up! Catalog that you may want to purchase because it's a great stamp. And I can't think of the name of it right now, so I will just put that in a little added section right down here. Okay, so it creates all of these different things that you want it to say. It's a word stamp, and you can rotate these to say different things or to have numbers or spaces or symbols. And so I did that, and I practiced and I practiced and I practiced on some scratch paper, which I'll show you in a minute. So let's go ahead and stick this guy in here. I know I want to show it. It's going to be a surprise. All right. So we'll put that on there. And then I took, oh, you can already see. I took and stamped out Mana Mana. Do 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 do. For those of you that know that song, it's just a song that's been sticking to my head lately. My kids are singing it all the time. So we've got a little Mana Mana on the front here, and then our little lady's plants inside singing do 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 do. And because that stamp is it takes some practice. You're gonna have to work on a piece of scratch paper, and then that's what this extra piece, oh, I brushed it aside already. That extra piece of paper from your card is gonna be great for, because you can just, well, we'll just use this one. So you can stamp your words in there and then stamp the cup around it and trim just inside the cup. Woo! And then you can mount it on there, and it makes it look like it's actually stamped right on the cup, even though it's not. So there's our cute 3x3 monster project for this month. Let's take a quick look at all the project ideas I shared on video for the July 2015 Thanks a Latte Paper Pumpkin Kit. This, of course, is the 12x12 traditional pages with some hot cocoa and some marshmallows. I did, by the way, make some extra marshmallows. Sorry about that, for those of you that watched that portion of the video. We've got a Project Life page. We have a fun teacher gift for back to school. We also have, of course, the cards that they want you to make with the envelope in the kit, but then I made a quick alternate version and then made miniature versions of those same 2 cards, so you could get 16 mini cards out of a kit instead of 8 cards. And then I had to make another mini card because I love this little monster guy. Check him out. And the last project, which is the wow, but it also takes a lot of extra products, is our little Thanks a Latte treat container. All right, thank you for watching. It builds creativity to think outside the box. Be sure to go to my YouTube channel and subscribe so that you can catch more paper pumpkin videos that I've shared using past kits and more that I'll share with future kits. Also, be sure to visit my blog at stampyourartout.com so that you can view close-up photos of all these projects and see photos of other paper pumpkin kit ideas. Oh, and to see some exclusive project ideas, get your paper pumpkin subscription started with me as your demonstrator. I hope you all enjoyed this video tutorial. Now I'd like you all to go and stamp your art out. Bye-bye.